Hey, what's going on? This is week 10 of my eBay reselling business. I'm doing really well. I hit that $20,000 mark, which was one of my goals. Set goals for yourself. That was one of my goals. I was close to it last week, I think, and I finally made it. I usually should do these videos on Tuesday, but I've been doing them on Thursday lately, so it might become a Thursday thing. So just like and subscribe and hit the bell if you actually like this video. My main niche is photography items. I've been doing this part-time for several years, and I just decided to start doing it full-time. So that's what this video series is about. Me trying to do it full-time. So I'll show you some fails I had this week, some successes, and tips. That's what I like to do in these videos. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Here's something I sold just a second, or like an hour or two ago, and the guy hadn't paid yet. He was like bidding up until the end. He wasn't using a snipe app. I could tell that by that. If you're curious about a snipe app, maybe I'll show you that later. But this little Olympus camera, it's a film camera, point and shoot. These things go for a ton of money. This one is not the one that a lot of people are looking for, but there's not too many of these out there. Usually you're looking for Infinity series that usually sell for over $150 to $300. This one I listed, and actually I knew when I listed originally, I listed it at, anytime you do this, I listed it at $69 because that's what the comp said, the sold comps on eBay. And immediately I had like probably 12 watchers. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this at auction because I know these Olympus point and shoots are like really hot right now. So I just pulled it down, put it at auction, 1 cent auction, free shipping, because I knew there would be a lot of people looking for it. First time it sold, I had to relist it. First time it sold for right at $60 or $72, something like that. And of course, immediately after I sold it, the buyer, 0% feedback. Oh, my girlfriend already has this camera. It wasn't even a minute or two after the auction. And I'm like, dude, quit. I had that message. Dude, quit playing games. What are you doing? I mean, if you bid on something, you need to pay for it. Anyway, so anyway, he got blocked, and I just relisted it, canceled his order and all that good stuff. But relisted it, and I had even more watchers. I think I had the most watchers I've ever had. I think there were 72 at one point on this camera. It ended up selling for $82. Yet again, a buyer with 0% feedback, which is fine. I mean, I have a lot of buyers that have 0% feedback that buy stuff from me. But send me an invoice, and he was bidding up until the last minute. And of course, he hadn't paid, and that was a couple of hours ago. And he was bidding up till the last minute. Canadian buyer had a U.S. address. And here's a tip. I had this happen the other day. I sent somebody an offer. They were looking at a skateboard I had that I was reselling, and he accepted the offer, and then I sent him the invoice, and I also sent him a message. I say, hey, if you pay before noon today, I will ship it out. And that's a good way if you're sending out offers. That's what I do. Send out an offer and say, hey, if you pay before noon, and then put your time zone, I will be able to ship it today. So it gets them to pay, pretty quick or whatnot. He didn't pay before noon. So at noon, I just relisted it at buy it now and listed it for $10 more. So I think I don't know. I'm not sure. It might be a coincidence, but I think he might have seen that listing where I relisted it at $10 more or whatever. And he went ahead and paid. And it wasn't 5 minutes after I did that he did that. So that's what I did with this camera. So we'll see if that works. Um, my phone is somewhere in the other part of the house. It might go or whatever if somebody if he actually pays for that camera. Cool stuff that I got this week. Photography stuff. All right, we got this Konica Pop camera. And this was just sent a lot. I wasn't even expecting this. This thing's pretty cool. Look at that. It's got a Hexanon lens on it, which is very popular with the Konica people. So this point and shoot, and actually, this is, I mean, messing around with it, it's a lot cooler than that Olympus over there, I'll tell you that. I hadn't tested it out yet, but it does cock and fire. So really cool little lens. It's got what was 35 millimeter f4 lens on there. Pretty cool little camera. Here's some fails that I had over this week. Let me see here. I had a couple of point and shoot cameras, and I ordered chargers for them. They were pretty nice. They didn't come with chargers. It was just a big lot. And so I ended up wasting money on the chargers and batteries because the cameras didn't work. So I just pulled them out, and I'm going to sell them in a lot of broken lenses or broken cameras or whatnot, and just say as is, not working. So let's see what we got here. I got this Minolta in today, and somebody was on one of these Facebook things. Somebody was saying, "Oh, you got to put a UV filter on your camera." And I replied, I was like, no, because they'll get dented, like somebody dropped this or something, and you won't be able to get this UV filter off. And this is a crappy UV filter, and you can't get it off. But just a tip, if you got one that's kind of stuck on, use like a vacuum belt, and you can generally get them off. But this one had a ding on it, and it's not coming off. So, not a total loss, because it came with 3 unused canisters of film, so I had these 2 a lot, and I could get like when I get 10 of them, I'll list them at auction, 1 cent, free shipping, and they generally go for $40 to $60 for just 10 rolls, depending on what the rolls of film are. These are Kodak or something, nothing special, no black and white or anything like that, but yeah, I hadn't tested the camera out yet, but the camera probably sell around $20. What else we got here? Still hadn't tried out these Fujis with the F mount Nikon lenses. I got a bunch of these lenses in. I bought a big lot of 8 or 10, and I got like $70. Most of them were clear, so it's good. If you're ever bidding on a lot of lenses, keep it to around $10 with shipping, $10 per lens, unless you find something special in there. And there actually was something special with this, and I've already listed it. Let me see if I can find it in here. I mean, it's not super special, but well, I won't be able to find it, but it was a 24 millimeter f2.8 Minolta lens, but I think it was made by Vivitar. Anytime you find a film lens that's 24 millimeters f2.8 or f2, those get a little bit more money than you think, so you just kind of have to check out the comps on those. I got some more adapters in. These are for Sony, because I've sold a couple of Sony adapters, or Sony adapted lenses, like this one just recently. So anyway, I'm going to keep this short. These have been selling really well. The Sony, I mean, everybody kind of knows these if you're into the video stuff, the handy cams, but these aren't even high def. I've listed these at auction, and they're selling. I get them dirt cheap, and they sell. So keep an eye out for those. guess that's it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And oh, got this. It's still got film in it. I'll run some 8mm film, or is this 8mm? Yeah, 16. Run some like home movies. I got this. These are my junk lots. These aren't worth much, but they're kind of cool to mess around with. It a little 110 like Kodak, but this is the generic Focal Kmart brand. But all right, enough. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you hadn't. Thanks.